First, Detective Valdiva. What do you think you're doing? What's your day-to-day?
That's something that I completely forgot. What did I have?
Take your time. I don't think this operation will even take our whole session time.
Fair enough. I think he generally tends to investigate missing persons, things of that matter. Tends to have an interest in helping people.
All right. Does he work long hours, short hours, or is he like just is he personally employed?
Personally employed.
Okay, so he's like a private eye.
Private detective, yeah.
Okay. So one day you come home, uh, probably from a full day of snooping, and
Hmm.
a call is placed to your residence almost the moment you walk in the door.
Alright. Pick up the phone then.
So you pick up the phone. On the other end, it's like a very robotic voice, almost like it's, like one of the, not AI, because you guys are in the early 2000s here, but
A pre-recorded automatic voice.
not even that. It's like one of those computer generated voices.
Text to speech.
Yeah, and it's like, let's see, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Post Office Headquarters, Washington, D.C. Your attendance is expected. And you do know what this is. This has happened before. You've been operating as a friendly to the group for a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
and you know better than to ignore this.
I'll be there.
There's nobody on the other end. They already hang up.
I know.
But yeah. All right, Dr. Varelli, what are you up to?
My day-to-day. Probably just stick to the lowdown, doing my private surgical practices, kind of like specific trauma cases. I'm in my little personalized kind of area, I think.
All right. A call comes through to your office. Do you have a secretary?
I think I'd do it myself.
All right, so you answer the phone.
This is Dr. Varelli.
Dr. Varelli. And this is a voice you recognize. It belongs to a guy named Pikel Norwin. He made you a group friendly a few months ago. He says to you, I need you to come down to D.C., Post Office Headquarters. We've got a situation.
Ah, Norwin. Care to elaborate? I've been quite busy these days.
That's what the post office is for, Doctor. I'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m.
I assume before I can say anything, he just hangs up.
Nope, and then he says, the ticket's coming through your fax right now, and you actually hear your fax printing it. It's the plane ticket.
Interesting.
And then he hangs up. All right. Fergus Roderick MacLeod. Or McLeod, whatever that's pronounced.
McLeod.
What are you up to?
He would probably be going over like different researches and going over books, anything. He doesn't ever really quit his job. He's always doing something related to it.
Yeah. So an intern walks over and drops a stack of documents on your desk. At the top is an envelope marked with a green triangle that you recognize.
All right, I'll go ahead and open it up.
It contains a ticket to a flight heading to Washington, D.C., and a time and an address. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., Post Office Headquarters of Washington, D.C.
All right, he'd start gathering up his stuff and then head back to his apartment to gather for the trip.
And Jacob, what are you up to?
I imagine he drinks a lot, stays at home, or goes out.
Right, so that's about it. Any one of those.
So you were made into a friendly during one of your PMC operations. And you know what it means when you head back to your apartment from the bar. And you see an envelope hanging out of like this little tin box. This like
Mhm.
beat up tin box next to your apartment.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at it and goes, wow, something different, hopefully.
Yep, and it does have the triangle on it, the green triangle. You know what it means. There's a ticket inside, and it just lists. It's kind of the same as Fergus's, but this one's a
Hey.
little more personal. You recognize Pichel's handwriting. And what was your rank when you were in?
I haven't thought of that because I need to look up what the rank of the class he was in. I can give you it in a second.
Let's call you Lieutenant.
Okay.
All right. It just says, "See you there, Lieutenant," in Pichel's handwriting. Because he knows you're not the trusting
Mhm.
sort, and you might not come to something like if it didn't have his like personal touch on it.
Yeah.
He just put it in his back pocket, go inside, and get his stuff ready as he does. Doesn't take very long.
Yeah, well, as a special operator, you know how to get your ass in gear.
Yeah.
So you all fly out, get there on time, I should hope. Let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and pop into the scene. United States Post Office headquarters. So you get in there, and there's a guy. Most of you recognize him, not all of you though. He's sitting at the end of a long table in one of the back rooms of the post office that you were all led to. And you all filter in. He's got a man bun, sunglasses. Wears kind of not a tight shirt, but tight enough. He's a muscled dude. Says to all of you, "Have a seat, get comfortable. There's donuts." He lights a
Take home,
cigarette.
take a seat.
All right.
I mean, yeah, you're all just meant to have a seat.
Yeah.
I'll grab one of
Jacob
the
would sit
donuts.
with his back
Again.
to a wall, facing a door, away from everyone else.
That is allowed.
Roll
Michael
up
like
in the corner.
Kinda
takes
looking
a
at
while
Nog.
smoking. He has an ashtray in front of him, and once he finishes, he like digs it into the ashtray to put it out. He clasps his hands together. "Welcome. You've all been officially inducted to the group. Congratulations." He says it with a bit of cynicism. Anyway, I'm sure you're all here for a reason. Oh yeah, I invited you. So, you have an operation. We're calling it Operation Goldwatch. I know, creative. I have some instructions for you. But first, a bit of history. We had this guy, friendly to the group. He was only in operation for 3 years, but 3 years is actually a long time for an agent. His name was Clyde Bowman. He kicked it. Heart attack in his house. Body's already been moved, but his heirs are expected within the next 48 hours. We need you to head over. Remove any evidence of the group's activities. Involve no one else in this operation, and meet back here, this exact same room, 48 hours from now.
Do we know anything about his family?
Not that you don't really need to. They won't be there. Not while you're there, ideally.
So no one should be in the house?
No, should be empty. It's an active apartment building, though, so make sure you don't get fussy with any of the other tenants.
Stay low. Got
Oh
it.
yeah, not that I expect it, but if you find signs that Bowman violated Delta Green security, report them to me.
Right.
Here,
Anything
have
else we
this
need to be aware
dossier
of?
and his apartment key. It's yours.
Jacob takes the apartment key. Alright.
All right, and he just he's lights another cigarette. Yeah, we'll get to it. You can introduce yourselves on the way there, provided you with a car. Black SUV out front. Gets pretty good mileage. And don't worry, you'll be reimbursed for any travel expenses. He takes a drag. You guys all do as you're told, or are you gonna like introduce yourselves here in the car? What's going on?
Jacob just wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, I feel like Varelli's not much of a talker unless someone engages with him first.
We're all about the same.
Yeah, well, you're all consummate professionals. It makes sense. So I'm gonna say you all pile into the car, this black SUV. Who's got the best drive?
Good question.
What's everybody's drive skill?
20.
Mine's
Oh, that's an
actually-
actual thing we have.
Yes, that's in the skills tab. Yep.
Mine's 40.
Well, I
Valdiva's
suck, so
got
not me.
50.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Trust me,
Valdiva,
it's
I think,
not
is your
I.
best driver. Yep. 50 is a pretty decent drive skill. All right, so Valdiva gets in the driver's seat. And you guys head out. All right, so does anyone make conversation on the way there? You might want to. You guys
Yeah.
are about to
Yeah.
do an operation together.
Yeah, Fergus would be.
Trying
Um,
to think.
Would just say, I am Fergus McLeod. Just to introduce myself to get us started.
Nicholas Valdiva. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
Lance it.
Nicholas, Lance,
You can call me Varelli.
Varelli,
Dr. Varelli.
Dr. Varelli. All right. You'll see he's like noting all this in a journal that he has out.
Dr. Varelli pulls out a framed PhD that he takes everywhere he goes.
He would. Trust me. If you
Oh,
miss
yeah.
out on the doctor, you're getting it from me.
Oh yeah, he gets pissy if you don't call him doctor.
Yes.
All right, noted.
That's hilarious.
All right. He'll,
Alright.
he'll scribble
actually like
something
that.
else next to your name.
Like you look at his sheet, it just says prick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Jacob like makes a show to look everyone up and down. She goes, "None of you really look like the tough kind. Just make sure not to go in without me, all right? I don't want to pick up after any of you."
Well, I'll
That
gladly
5
have you take the
charisma
lead.
put in work.
Well, considering we're going into a standard apartment building, I would hope we wouldn't make too much of a scene initially.
Crazy things have happened in.
We are in DC.
Well, yeah. Where is the address? Is it in DC or is it?
It is in DC.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I worked at the IRS, so
Fair enough. Yeah.
So you guys head over. It's a pretty short drive. Well, it would be if you weren't in DC. About like 4 miles takes like 15 minutes. But
Good day.
so you guys head over there. The building is an apartment building. It is a jarring example of 1960s design. It's blocky and drab. Let me give you a good old look. All right. So yeah, it's just a drab 1960s apartment building, and the apartment you need to get into is in there. Y'all heading in?
Assumedly.
how
Well-
big is the apartment building?
Doesn't seem too busy. It's middle of the day. People are probably at work.
Nobody's like loitering around on the sidewalks or
Nah.
anything. Okay.
Nothing like that going on.
So it's in the nicer part of DC.
It's in a part of DC.
Yeah.
All All right.
Well,
So I'm going to
we
assume
walk
you
in.
guys head up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. We got a couple things. So you head in, use the key, you let yourselves in, you close the door behind you. And let's see. Just inside the door, you find that the interior of the apartment is Spartan and grim. Aside from a patina of cigarette smoke, there is scant evidence that anyone actually lived here. Right inside the door, there is a ring of labeled keys that hangs from a hook.
Do we? Well, I guess. Do we know what we're looking for?
You're
We're
looking for
looking for
documents, mostly.
Anything associated with Delta Green.
You're trying to make sure that he didn't have any materials lingering behind. So
Sure.
there's a well-worn couch, which faces an archaic squat television. It only carries basic cable. On the adjacent coffee table, there's a stack of mostly completed crossword puzzle books, issues of Sports Illustrated and Reader's Digest. There's also a box of unhealthily artificial donuts. They're powdered, but they're now crumbling and dry. Apparently been there a
More
while.
donuts.
The adjoining kitchen is mostly bare, with a smattering of cans, pans, and boxes. Though there is a drawing on the fridge, if anybody would like to take a look at it.
I remember this. This guy had shit handwriting.
Yeah, it's his granddaughter, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I figured.
That's
I
I was
figured.
gonna say that's it.
We're
Definitely
to draw
maybe.
better.
Imagine you take it off the fridge and you're like, this guy's handwriting was trash.
He
Or
was
just looks at you.
definitely mentally unstable.
All
I don't
right.
know how to draw straight lines yet.
Down the hall is a linen closet and a small bathroom. Anyone look in the bathroom?
Guess I take a peek in there.
It's in a bit of a disturbed state. There's a broken towel rack, a cracked shower door, and a few fragments of a broken ceramic toothbrush holder swept into a corner. There also persist faint traces of the smell of Bowman's corpse. This
I
is
was
where
about to
he
say,
died.
if he had a heart attack, then yeah.
The room where it happened.
There's
Can
two
I-
bedrooms at the end of the hall. But what do you want to do?
No, I was thinking someone else would be better. We probably should, I guess. Well, no, his body's not here. I'm
You're
sorry.
not investigating his death,
Yeah.
remember. You're just
Well, I was
looking for
thinking, yeah.
materials.
Never mind that.
We should look for a bedroom or if there's some type of study.
All right,
well,
so you go to the bedrooms. One clearly isn't occupied by anyone, but the other one is his. There's a queen-sized bed and a dresser on top of which rests some photographs. Do you take a look at them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
So that is him and his late wife, Marlene. Those are their high school graduation pictures. There's also some pictures of his two children, a few photos of a grandchild, and a ceramic paperweight of a child's handprint with the name Cassie, age 4, crudely painted on it.
It's the one with the bad handwriting.
Likely.
The granddaughter, yes.
Lack
Hope
of
it gets
The other
better.
the other bedroom isn't lived in, but he did use it as an office
Mm.
and
Yeah,
as
we'd
a
want to
storage
search
area.
that.
All right, so there's actually no computer in here. It's a lot of paperwork. He has like a lot in here.
Of course, you'd leave him a mess.
It's not a mess. It's all in
Okay.
boxes and stuff. It's just you don't know
It's
how
a
he
lot.
organized it.
Old fashioned and particular.
The work can be divided amongst you if you want to sift through these documents. If anybody has accounting at 30% or higher, you will have the time it takes to do this.
Yeah, I have accounting at 60.
All right, so you have 60 accountings. Anyone else have high accounting?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, thank goodness one of you does. So you guys assist Velveeta in going through these papers. It's going to take you about 6 hours.
Damn.
The time before computers. Not really before computers, but before common computers.
No, it's not even that. I worked at a place for a bit that had almost all of their records and invoices entirely in paper. No, in
pity
years
you.
worth of them.
Get those nice
So you're used to
cardboard
this.
boxes.
Yeah.
All right. As you're going through all this stuff, you find that Bowman owned a cabin in a rural area outside DC, about 4 hours away by car. The papers provide exact coordinates.
Mhm.
And comparing these papers to the keys that hang just before the door to the apartment, you can tell that those keys belong to the cabin.
Means he probably had things elsewhere. Gotta check
Yep,
that
you'll
out.
have to go there. You had 48 hours. Now you have about 32, 31. We'll call it 30.
Well, I'm wondering if we'll need to return the keys here once we're done.
Unlikely, since
I don't
nobody
see
knew
anyone
about
else
the
using
cabin
them.
except you.
Oh, fair enough.
But the cabin, do you head there? There's nothing
there
left in
anything
this
else?
apartment.
No,
nowhere else to
none
go.
of the other papers had anything of note.
Nothing Delta Green related, and you don't
Okay.
care if it's not Delta Green related.
All right, cabin it is.
Yeah. When we leave, is there anybody looks like they're watching or anything, waiting outside for us?
Not watching, no. But as you're leaving, you are, I wouldn't say stopped, but 4 people coming out of Bowman's apartment does get someone's attention. The attention of an old woman walking her dog. Hello, are you the heirs?
Someone else has got to talk.
Yeah, you don't want my man here with 5 charisma talking.
Does anyone have any amount of charisma?
I don't.
Did no one
one.
take it?
Does anyone have persuade?
I have 50.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
Alright.
so
Like a
you actually only
60.
need 40% to not even roll here.
Okay.
So what do you tell her?
Former coworkers wanted to just ask to check on some things. Just
Oh,
more
I
money for work,
see.
that sort of thing.
Of course. Yes, he was a nice man. It's a terrible shame. He wasn't found for 3 days.
Hmm.
But that is plenty to convince her that you are meant to be there, and you go past.
Nice.
All right. So we're gonna shave off another 4 hours, as you need to drive to the cabin, down to 26. Let's see here. So eventually you reach a dirt road that you need to head off for a few miles to get to the cabin. You can tell that this road would be awful to drive in bad weather. Luckily, it's sunny out. Alright, you get to
Lovely.
the cabin.
Why are her eyes crossed out? That's what I'm wondering. That's weird.
Yeah,
It is
that's
odd,
my-
isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Fascinating. She's a
I wish
good-
there's a way we could minimize the pictures. I guess we should
You can if you double tap them.
What?
What?
Yeah, if you double click
Whoa!
on the top
I
bar,
didn't know that. Thank you.
you can do that with
I'm
any of
keeping
the
the drawing.
windows.
Oh, I
Useful
didn't know that.
stuff.
They're just not labeled.
Yeah.
That's so handy.
Yep, it is very handy in combat and Pathfinder. We'll say
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, well, now I know.
Alright, so you guys get there. It's just a 1-story cabin out in the woods. It's got it's constructed of wood. And do you guys use the key to get in?
Well,
You want to look around first?
look around
Mhm.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
I
want to
would,
look around?
yeah.
Sure. Alright. So, there is an outhouse.
Charming.
So it's off the grid then.
Perhaps. So
Or
there's a
is-
lot going on here. Alright. Yep, there's an outhouse and a shed. Does anyone have a forensics of 40 or better.
I do 50.
I do also.
All right, so you guys would notice looking at the outhouse that it was probably last used a couple months ago. So before Bowman died, he was definitely here within the last couple months.
Hmm.
So you guys are looking around more. There's a search skill, I believe. Feel free to roll that if you're looking around more.
Right.
Low roll.
Yeah,
High
not
roll.
good.
All right, so Detective Valdiva,
Sorry.
you see there's a little box next to search.
Yeah.
Since you failed it, you mark that box, and if you survive the operation, you will roll a d4 at the end and increase it by that amount.
Hmm.
You learn
Uh,
from your failures in Delta Green.
That's cool.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I missed what the D4 was for initially. Like, I'm curious by what the D4. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, Fergus. Let's see what you find. So 10 meters from the house, near the edge of the woods, you spot a hatch. Appears to be for a septic tank. It's in a shallow pit and not buried like you'd expect it to be. The earth piled around it indicates that it's probably stood exposed like this for a few years.
Nothing else out of the ordinary besides that, then.
Yeah, usually septic tanks are buried, but I guess
Yeah.
this one's just stuck out of the ground, maybe because it's next to a cabin. Who knows?
Does it look like the hatch has been tampered with or anything?
It has a padlock on it.
Oh, okay. Does the key ring have anything labeled for that?
It does have a second key.
So we could try it.
You could, if you want to go rooting around in someone's septic tank.
Yeah, I'm not really.
I don't know what we can get from that, but
They're more interested in the tank than the cabin.
It's worth noting for now. We can.
Yeah,
circle back
I'd
to
say
that, I
we come
suppose.
back to that. It is
Mhm.
odd that
If you
it's
have reason to.
padlocked. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Does anyone want to look in the shed before you go inside?
Is the shed not locked?
No, it's not.
Okay. Worth looking.
Yep, it
around
just
while.
holds tools and a few gallons of gasoline.
there's our reimbursement.
All right. So, the cabin.
Yes.
So yeah, one of the keys does fit the cabin, and you will head inside. It has a faux log cabin interior. It is connected to the local power grid, and it's heated by a large field stone chimney. And the water is drawn by an old electrical pump attached to a well. There's a lot of secondhand furniture in here, a few cobwebs. No one's been here for at least 2 months, which lines up with the outhouse. There's only a couple items of interest. There's a footlocker. And if you want to give me alertness, you might notice the other thing.
I have 80.
Ooh.
Okay, you don't even need to roll.
Yeah.
You notice that the plumbing is disconnected.
Uh-huh.
That's not normal. Okay.
It's odd, actually, now that you think about it, to have both an outhouse
Plumbing and an outhouse.
and
yeah.
plumbing.
Mhm.
Making that septic tank look even weirder.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, especially it's not buried, it's locked, and they have everything else that would you.
And
would
it's not,
presume
well,
would
it's
be
not
allowed.
connected. Yeah, which means you're not using it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Presumably. So.
All
Wow.
right. So, the footlocker, though. Is anyone interested in that?
Yes.
yeah.
All right, you pop it open. It's not locked. And there's a letter at the very top of it. That is, it's a sealed envelope marked with that green triangle you all know and love.
Mm.
You read it?
Might as well.
Of course.
All right.
I mean, it's no.
To whom it may concern. If you are reading this note, I can assume I have died or become incapacitated before I had the courage to complete my final mission. You will find about 20 gallons of gas in the shed behind this cabin. Pour it into the septic tank beside the cabin and ignite it. You'd be happier if you didn't look inside. Please make sure that the remains are kept from my children. I am so sorry. God, please forgive me. Clyde Bowman.
Hell. So we locked something down there.
Some interesting hobbies.
There are actually a lot of other things in this footlocker as well. Do you guys check them out?
Yeah.
Might as well,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're
All right, the first. Reel-to-reel tapes labeled with FBI evidence tags dated 15 August 72 to 29 September 72. 21 hours total. You'll have to review those later.
Yeah.
we do not have the time.
Or you can just turn them in and never look at them.
This idea.
There's a cardboard box containing a neatly folded but very bloody suit.
Hmm.
An annotated copy of the doctoral dissertation Sky Devils, Archetypal Figures in Native American Mythology by Karen Barr. It was rejected by the University of Indiana, Bloomington in 1985.
I'm dealing with a Wendigo or something.
Yeah, Fergus. would
There are
definitely
3
look at
tear gas grenades manufactured 20 years ago.
I'll pick
It
up
might still
those.
work.
Yeah.
A large iron knife. Anyone have archaeology?
Yes.
Roll it out for me. Unless it's at 40% or higher.
60.
Okay, yeah, you know what this is. It is... Okay, so you identify it as of Anglo-Saxon manufacture. Strangely, it's engraved with Ogam markings, which cannot be deciphered and appears to be gibberish. The handle is bone. And with 60 archaeology, you know that it's human bone.
Hmm.
Not good.
And it's relatively new.
Ooh, even better.
Interesting.
Huh.
There is a
Something
mundane leather
unusual.
pouch which contains black hair from a black bear, human teeth of an infant, and the feathers of a blue jay and barn swallow.
Interesting might be a downplay.
Oh, it could easily be some type of ritual or something, maybe.
I was gonna say ritual seems
A witch.
There is one glass sphere in there, looking kind of strange. Light seems to pass through it oddly. Does anyone have science physics?
nope.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
All right. That's probably a good thing. You might have lost sanity.
Oh.
So as one of you reaches for this glass sphere, it magnetizes to whatever piece of metal you have.
Huh.
Which glass is not magnetic ever.
Yeah.
No.
I'm supposed to do that.
Something's not right.
But none of you have high enough physics to lose sanity over it.
We could
Sometimes
know
not
too much
knowing
and get
things
crazy,
helps
yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Ignorant is bliss.
And there is a file, a sizable file regarding the Ventaja Corporation. It was an Argentine import-export firm dating from 1965 to 1968. The file begins with an FBI investigation into allegations of weapons smuggling in Miami. The investigation ended without prosecution, but Delta Green surveillance of the company continued. Bowman uncovered financial ties between Ventaja and accounts mentioned on a World War II-era financial watch list called K Group. A raid on a Ventaja warehouse in San Juan, Puerto Rico, resulted in the recovery of something called the Scheele formula, a manila folder titled with that phrase is empty.
Hmm.
And that
That
is it for
is-
the contents.
So he was into some crazy stuff.
He was a
Bringing
Delta
in-
Green operative
Yeah.
for 3 years. He had 11 operations under his belt, and he
Mm-hmm.
survived.
He
Yeah.
had something else that he wanted to do, but did not apparently have the wherewithal to do it.
Or maybe he did.
Or maybe he did.
I mean, he locked something there.
You guys think there's something in there?
There must be.
Uh,
The plumbing
if there
is
is,
disconnected,
It's your
the
job to deal
padlock's
with
shut.
it.
The
Yeah.
question is do we actually open it and look inside or attempt
Well,
to
my
believe
Follow
thinking-
what it
his
says?
advice.
Yeah.
My thinking is pouring gasoline on top of it. I don't. Would that do that much?
You'd have to pour it into the septic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pour
I was
it
about to
into
say
the
we'd have
tank.
to pour it down the disconnected line.
The disconnected line, which is underground and you can't get to.
Oh well, fair. I thought at
Plumbing's
some point it had to
disconnected.
come up.
Mm-hmm.
So we have
Would
to.
we be able to reconnect it?
No,
No.
you'd have to like get in the ground to do it.
Okay.
So we'd have to unlock the septic tank, pour in the gasoline, and light it.
That would be what he told you to do in his note.
Well, he said don't even open it. He said put it on top.
He said
But
don't
that's not-
look.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
just said
look.
don't
Don't look. Huh. We follow the advice of a dead man.
Whatever's in there, you have to deal with it.
Yeah,
It's part of it's something to do with Delta Green.
yeah. We just
Find
leave
it
it
where you
there.
know
Who
you
knows?
can
We'll
find it.
come, yeah, and stumble across it.
There any
Alright.
way I could try to figure out what the items he had would be for any of the rituals? Or
You
whatever?
have no idea.
Okay, I'm just curious if that.
It's not even necessarily all connected to each other.
Gotcha.
It might
During
be
your home
mementos.
vignette, if you keep any of this stuff, you are allowed to pursue research on it as your home vignette thing.
Okay.
And that will result in certain things if you do. Though also it would be very against Delta Green
Mhm.
standard procedure to take any of this home and not turn it into your handler.
Yeah, because they want everything that he had,
Yeah,
and they want to make sure that he dealt with it all properly.
which you did.
Yeah. Fergus would definitely jot it all down in a notebook to keep a list of items for himself. Just a
Are you
list of.
are you doing it in code or are you doing it like verbatim? As if somebody got your notebook, would they be able to tell what you were into?
No, he'd probably do it in some type of code. Just to.
Something only he could understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. So you guys head outside. And there it is. The padlocked septic tank. You do have a key to it.
Hmm.
Before you open it, what is the general consensus?
Well, gotta take care of it. Gotta destroy it. As long as that gas still's good. Might as well do it.
Can we hear anything inside? Like if we put your ear up to it and listen?
Do you?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you put your ear up to it and listen. And probably like a few seconds go by without you hearing anything. Then you hear a tap. A little echo. And something says, "Hello?" It's a sort of waterlogged sounding voice. It doesn't sound great. It sounds like a person who is very sick. And they get a little louder. "Hello? Somebody
That
out there."
Oh shit!
That motherfucker right there is not real.
I do not trust that for a second.
Oh, but you better. You've never seen anything like this. You have no reason to believe that it'd be weird.
Ugh.
But they've
If you're,
been.
if, you're,
I mean,
if you're playing to your realistic character
Yeah.
who just
Mhm,
became a
it's like
Delta Green
somebody's
operative,
Yeah, somebody.
it just sounds like somebody's locked in there.
Why
Well,
would they
but-
lock?
yeah, but how long? I mean,
It's been
if
2
he
months,
died,
no?
yeah.
I mean,
I-
Yeah.
perhaps. That is odd, right? It's been 2 months. Anybody in there should have died.
They
Yeah.
would very well be dead.
Or somebody
But
else
you
could
have
be
no
keeping
proof
them
that this
alive.
person wasn't locked in there recently, or that somehow they didn't have food or something down there, maybe.
We don't know anything.
Yeah, we should
You don't know
definitely
anything.
unlock it and see if we can help this person.
Hmm.
All right, you pop it open.
Do I have a weapon on me, by the way?
You have your concealed carry pistol,
Okay.
which I will give you if you like.
I have the pistol he used in his inventory. But
All right, so you pop it open. It creaks as you pull the lid up. And do you look down in there?
Yeah, Fergus would.
All right.
Let's try to
Jacob's
see.
probably the one
who
opening
he's helping.
the hatch, but he would not look in.
So you, so Ferguson, you're looking in. What you see disturbs you. Something akin to a corpse, almost. Let's see here.
Oh, we're gonna see it.
I will give you a little,
Hmm.
little thing here.
Hmm.
Oh, that's all flesh. Oh, that's all flesh.
Oops, all flesh.
Who's carrying the?
This
Who's
isn't what
carrying
you
the
see,
gasoline?
obviously. All you see is a woman down there, heavily emaciated, her flesh gray and blue. She looks up and says, "Oh, thank goodness someone's here. I've been trapped down here for so long."
Is there anything around that we can get to drop down to help her out?
So
He kind of
funny you
says that to
mention
the
you
people
can
around
see
as well.
the gouges in the wall where a ladder once was. The ladder's been taken out.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Valdiva's looking at the others like, what?
What? Yeah.
Could
This
you
shouldn't be
please help me
possible.
out of here?
We're looking for something to help get you out.
Just reach down. It's not that high. And she's right. It's not that high. If somebody reached down to help her out, it'd be very easy.
Hmm.
He's,
He was-
Sucks.
he's looking. It's so it is. Does she look like he could lift her? He doesn't. He's not very.
Oh yeah,
strong.
easily.
Oh shit. Okay.
Any man of regular man strength could lift her.
I hate moral conundrums.
Well, it's less moral conundrums, and we are genre savvy. Our characters are not.
And I'm scared, and I'm scared.
Most of her hair is torn out. Her hands are blood-stained.
I want to ask. I
Guy-
don't even know if this is appropriate.
What? How?
How on earth is this person still alive?
You're the doctor. You should know.
That's why I'm baffled.
Well, if someone will
How
hold
long
me,
have you
I'll
been
try to
down
lift her
there?
up.
Oh God.
All right. Does anyone have human?
Yes.
Yes.
At what percentage?
60.
60.
All right. At 60, you can sense a strange disconnect between her speech and her facial expressions and mannerisms.
that.
It's unlike anything you've encountered in the past.
That's not normal. I don't know what that is, but that's not normal.
Still a person, though. I mean, you have no reason to believe otherwise.
Well, the
You
note
should.
told us.
Well, the note didn't say much. Just
Oh!
I don't like
that's
that.
Yeah. That's a yeah.
I'm just gonna slowly lock the door again.
Do you?
No.
I
It's
don't
an
know.
option.
Jacob looks at everyone and he's just like, I've been given enough orders to know sometimes it's best not to disobey. This, I don't feel right.
Could you please help me out of here? It's awful.
He was part of the
You-
organization.
Doctor, you said there. No one's been here for months. I mean, there's no way.
What is your name by chance?
I'm Marlene. Is my husband up there? Careful, he's gone crazy. He locked me down here.
How long ago did he lock you down there?
Oh, I don't know. I can't see the sun. I don't know how many days it's been.
Wait,
Okay.
when is-
Nope.
We can't just leave her down there, guys. We need to do something.
Detective Valdiva looks at him and goes, Marlene is like the dossier. She's dead.
dead.
Oh, that's right.
Valdiva is starting to move towards. I don't know who had the gasoline.
It was in the shed.
Well, I would assume we would have brought it with us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
I mean, Jacob could have
Price
been
for those.
carrying it. Makes sense.
That's not.
She
Oh.
springs out through the lid.
Oh.
Indecisiveness.
She lands amongst you. You couldn't just help me out.
Fuck that.
That's not normal.
Jacob reaches for his gun.
All right. So we are entering combat.
Unfortunate.
I've been told that's not very good.
All right. Let me see here. I'm pretty sure that she just wants to run.
He would try and stop her, but
Oh, you're gonna try and stop her?
well, I mean, we have to put it down.
Can't
Yeah,
let
I mean,
this
whatever it
thing
is,
escape.
it isn't human. That much has become quite obvious.
This right here
Yeah.
is our mission now.
Also, from seeing her, and especially from seeing her leap like that, everyone give me a sand roll.
How do I do that? Oh, it's-
Just click sanity.
All right.
Did mine?
Why isn't it showing? Oh, there it
Yeah,
is.
well,
oh, it just showed up. It'll. pop
All
up.
right.
We see it.
Roderick, you will take 1 sand damage. Lancet, you are going to take a D10 of sand damage.
Oh, damn.
Woof.
I don't have that
Pirelli,
much.
you will also take a D10, and Valdiva,
Ouch.
you will take 1 sand damage.
All right, cool.
So go ahead and roll
How
me
do
a
I
D10.
use Foundry?
Oh, yeah. You know
So
it.
just slash R space D10 in the lower right.
Oh, hang on.
It would make sense that the dog. Ooh,
Oh.
that's unfortunate.
Oh, okay. All right.
Woof.
You're about to go crazy. There's no way you can reduce that enough. Would you
Yeah,
like
I
to
mean,
reduce it?
How would I
You'll
do
have to
that?
lean on a bond.
I mean, that's crazy. I already go crazy. Oh my.
Foundry really does hate you sometimes, huh?
Temporary
Um,
insanity doesn't always mean that like you'll do something wild.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, is
And
it
I
bad to
decide
lean
what
on
it
a
is.
You're
bond
just
this
erratic.
early?
what are you doing?
I said, is it bad to lean on a bond this early? Like,
I know agents. Remember, agents die all the time. Agents go
Mhm.
crazy all the time. Do
Might as
not
well.
get attached to your character.
yeah, no, I'm not.
Have a
But
job.
I'll do that. I'll lean on a bond, I guess.
All right, lean on your bond. Roll me a D4.
Okay.
I still got a roll. Is it just R/R space?
R /R space D.
Are you all...
No, that's good. That's good because
No,
that
that's good. It's
decreases it by the
reduced. That's what
most.
it's reduced by.
So now you take 6, which will still send you into temporary insanity, but it isn't the hit that 10 was.
That's not great.
All right, so you take 3, doofus, and that will not send you into temporary insanity.
Okay. Woof.
So decrease your sanities by that amount.
I did it.
Panda. So the way that you go insane is informed generally by what happened. I'm gonna say you go temporarily insane in a violent way, and you're gonna pull your pistol and start firing on this thing.
Yeah.
And
I'm with you there.
you're yelling as you do it.
Like, what the fuck?
All right, so it's trying to get away, and you're trying to stop it. So it's going to be a contested athletics against your firearms. So roll me firearms.
All right. No.
No, you rolled.
No, it's good. It's good.
Oh,
that's
actually,
fair.
you
Wait,
might have lost. I have to make sure that the higher roll doesn't win in this circumstance.
Yeah,
think it might.
I kept. It flip flops depending on the thing, so it's hard for me to keep track.
Contested, I think higher rolls win, but I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, I
Do
think I've
I
only
have
seen
to-
one system where it's different.
Damn. Yeah, it's only my best trained skill, or well, one of them.
Unlucky.
Can say that.
All right,
Ugh.
contested rolls. Let's see.
This is a target 99%.
opposed rolls. Here we go. Both sides roll as usual. Critical success beats success otherwise. The highest succeeding die roll wins.
Ah, damn.
So, yeah, she gets on you. Probably knocks your gun away and punches you in the chest.
Sick.
Knocks you down, 3 damage. Subtract 3 from your health.
Oh, for some reason, it didn't update my health, so I will be at 11. Okay.
All right, so you forced her to do that instead of running, which means that okay. What is everyone's dex?
Mine's
Low.
17.
Oh yeah, I meant to put on a new song for this. Give me just a moment on this. Give me just a second.
Spooky.
Valdiva is just kind of staring.
Yeah, this is probably dumbfounding everybody.
I am,
since
yeah,
you're all
mouth agape.
non-veterans. That you do have to do something about it.
We do have to do something about it, but it's
Do
Something
I
very
get
out, yeah.
anything for having
Okay.
a 17 dex?
So yeah, it means you, depending on what this thing's dex is, you might go first.
Its dex is also 17.
Ah.
Ooh, coin flip. I don't know.
Is
I'm
it a
gonna
coin flip?
say you can go first. Whoever has 17 dex.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh wait,
yeah,
you
I
already
Jacob?
did.
Yeah, he shot.
Yeah, so you
And then
contested with.
she also go, right?
Yep,
no, that
she well yeah she would have. So she contested. So her action is done. Who's next highest dex?
It's 10, so
I have
Mine's also
11.
10.
Oh, it's me.
All right. So what are you doing?
What can I do?
Well, you don't have a weapon. Though the gun is on the ground that was dropped. If you have any desire to try and use it, you might not though. What do you think you can do? What do you think is the best course of action?
You said Panda was knocked on the ground, right?
Mhm.
Can I run over and then go help him up?
Sure.
Is she
Yeah,
on
she's
top
on
of me?
top of him.
No, she's
Oh,
not on top
really?
of him. She just knocked him
Oh.
down.
Yeah, no, I just heard knocked down and
Okay.
kind of. So yeah, I guess I'll go over and help you up, see if you're fatally wounded, or not fatally, but just badly wounded.
Luckily, he's used his action already, or I'd have him try to kill you.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Because
kind of.
he's temporarily insane. Not that you know that.
yeah. So I'll just see if I can.
You touched me. She's like, get the fuck off me.
All right. So yeah, your character's insane, and so your action is wasted as he flails away from you.
Oh,
All right, next.
back here, I'm
you
trying
guys
to
can
help you.
decide between yourselves who goes first. Which one of you would like to?
yeah, I can go.
I have no particularly
guess.
strong
I
feelings
don't-
either way.
He would
All right,
essentially
I'm going to say
look-
the detective goes first.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna filter. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say he would probably just start looking around to find like a shovel or something he could hit the thing with.
There were tools in the shed, so you're going to run for the shed?
Yeah.
All right, you run for the shed. What are you doing, detective?
See, I have 60 unarmed combat.
Oh, you're going
Can I
to go hand to hand?
I was gonna see if I could like restrain her, because I don't know what she is, but I'm like, I
All right,
don't
you're
know.
going to attempt to restrain her.
Which would that be?
That's going to be unarmed combat.
Okay, is that also contested or is it just an action?
It's contested by her previous roll. So contested rolls, if you're contesting somebody, will always contest all rolls that they can.
Okay,
So
then
her
it would need to
previous
be a
contest roll is what's
72.
contesting you. Yeah. It's going to be
Ooh.
very hard to beat.
Yeah, that's.
It would be.
Because like my I don't really have a particularly good armed. Like, I'm not good with firearms. It's just like a 20.
There is a weapon that you're forgetting about. You
Gasoline.
drove here in it,
Oh, the car.
Mhm.
and you have the best drive.
Just drive a car into her. Fuck it. Yeah, actually, it's funny.
that's kind of huge.
But you don't have to do that. It's up to you.
No, honestly, that's hilarious. I want to just.
All right, so you run for the car. All right, back at the top of the round. Temporary insanity. Do you think in your insanity that you would just go after Marlene, or do you think, Panda, that you would try and grab your gun?
He would definitely go. Well,
Let me see. He has the highest firearms. I mean, he was trained in them, so his training would say.
So
get the weapon.
instinctually, you'd go for your gun.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna go for your gun. You're gonna pick it up off the ground and stand, but that is going to be your turn.
Hmm.
Marlene goes now, and she has no intention of sticking around, so she's gonna start booking it.
Oh my
for fuck's
gosh.
sake. Jesus.
She has 99 athletics.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's what I was
this
saying.
thing that isn't Marlene, it has turned her into something. So she's got like inhuman strength.
I could tell.
Yeah, she just explodes in like a direction opposite from the cabin, and she's hot. She's going hot. All right, Doctor, you're next, I believe.
Doctor.
What's the move, Doctor? You tried to help up your boy, but he wouldn't accept it. He just got his gun
No.
and stood up on his own. What is your next move?
Glad to help. I wonder, do we still have? I guess you have the gas grenades, don't you?
I would.
Yeah,
have
there's
one,
the
yeah.
tear gas.
But I don't know.
You could try
No,
and
it's
toss it.
But I don't have them.
I mean, you could grab them off him. He's right next to you.
Okay.
Ha.
Yeah.
I could just easily steal it from you, but I think I'll do that. Just try and like
Just hug one.
disrupt. Yeah.
All right, at the top of your sheet, you see where it says roll luck.
Luck. Oh my goodness.
These
okay.
gas grenades are 20 years old.
Yeah.
So roll luck to see if they even work.
We got everyone else doing something, so we'll see.
They
Oh my
don't
god.
work. You pull the
Balls.
pin on one and it just goes.
Eh.
You
Just
throw
hits
it.
the
You just
ground.
throw it at her.
Yeah, you throw it at her,
It's a brick.
but it does nothing.
Damn.
All right, next. All right, so Kilter, you've got your hands on the sharpest shovel you could find. You gonna run back toward her?
Yeah, I'd try to knock her out with it.
All right, athletics.
Is that versus
She
the
is
90?
fast.
Yep. Versus at 99, yeah.
Well,
Ouch.
it's not a contested roll.
Oh, okay.
Athletics. Okay, there we go. Ah,
All right, mark off your athletics because you failed it.
Yep.
But yeah, you run toward her, but you can tell you are no match.
mhm.
Oh, do I get to mark off my firearms? Because I also failed
If you
it?
failed it, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Can I mark off luck?
Nope.
Nope.
Luck
That
is
just happens.
by
Yeah, I
definition
figured.
not a skill. But all right, so detective, you've started the car.
Yep.
What's the
Hell
move?
yeah.
I guess I'm just.
Just gonna run her down.
Pedal
You
Yes.
are the weapon.
All right,
Yes,
roll me drive.
God.
What type of car was this again?
Said it's an SUV. It's a black SUV.
Oh, okay.
It was nice too. Not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long.
It'll just have a splatter. What?
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
not good.
Nice.
Oh, wait,
that
that's
is
Nate.
great.
It is good.
Okay.
All right.
I mistook which was the tens place and which was the single
So
digit.
all of you just hear this. Like you didn't realize what the detective was doing, but you just hear and just speeds past you and bowls Marlene over.
Thud.
Yep, she just gets flattened into the dirt.
Ugh.
And
Okay.
you stop just sort of the tree line, detective. All right, let's see what this did to Marlene.
Small red stain.
All right, so Marlene is not going to be lethally put down by this, but it does break her, and she's dazed.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, back at top of the round,
That
Mr.
leaves me.
Insano. Are you gonna start shooting?
Well, I mean, she's dazed, so it should be an easier shot.
Yeah, she's dazed and on the ground. Take the shot.
I had the chance to ready the weapon, aim.
Aiming
Fire.
is actually an action, but
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Nope. No.
Hey,
Damn.
you failed.
Are you
Goddamn.
kidding me? I had 15%.
You are temporarily insane. We can chalk it up to that.
Yeah.
You're probably not breathing, right?
Seeing red.
Yep, you just loose a couple rounds. They go wide of her.
Sorry, Panda.
It's
Just be glad you didn't hit the SUV.
Yeah,
Shoot
that
out
was
all four
actually going to
tires.
be what you did on a crit fail.
Oh no.
But yeah, so
fucking shoot.
next
them.
is Doctor. What's the move?
All right. Any other weapons that I can scrounge for?
Well, there's 3 of them. The smoke grenades.
Yeah, you could try another. Well, I don't know if I tear
Another-
gas her now.
No.
Ah, yeah, she's already.
I
Pretty
am also in the car
stunned.
nearby.
I'll just gas you.
You could go for a weapon in the shed, just like
Yeah.
Kilter did.
I think I will. Because I don't.
All right.
I don't want to walk up to that thing without.
You
a
run for the
weapon.
shed and find the second Sherpa's shovel. Yes. All right. So all right, Kilter. So you can pretty easily catch up to her now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, if I can, decapitate her with the shovel.
Oh damn! All right, he's going for the decapitation. All right, you get up to her, and I will allow you a swing at minus 20%
What 20%?
How do you do that?
because he had to run up.
Oh yeah.
He's rushed.
All right, so do I change the skill to 20 instead of 40, or
I think there's a way to do it. Let me look at your sheet.
because whenever I hit the button, it just rolls it. So I don't see a way to modify it.
Just a moment. Yeah, just roll it. And we
Oh
know
wait, no.
what.
If you right click it, you can do it at a different percentage.
Whoa.
Ah.
smart.
All right, modify negative 20.
Hit it.
Roll. Nope.
That was never going to help. All right, so go ahead and mark off unarmed. Oh, actually, that should have been melee weapons.
Melee weapons.
Oh yeah, it should have been.
Is that? Oh, that's. I
Oh.
didn't realize that was
The
a separate
separate
thing.
skill. Yeah, so
Yeah,
go ahead and roll
okay.
melee weapons instead. Minus 20.
Yeah, not gonna help much. Oh crap! I hit the wrong button.
All right, 71. Go ahead and mark it off.
Yeah. Well. I am not a combat person, so.
No, you're not.
I'm good at
You try
digging.
your best. The shovel does not connect. Or rather, if it does, it just kind of bounces off. She's unnaturally tough.
Right.
All right, detective.
Okay, she's like under the car right now, right?
No, you went over her.
Okay.
You could back over her.
That
if
thing in
that's,
reverse.
If that's your
Yeah,
move.
that's kind of the.
All right,
I'm
you
going to
back
try to-
over her. You really don't need a good roll for this. As in, you don't need to roll.
Okay, I
Um,
figured as
Oh.
much. It's just
So
a
yeah,
straight line.
You back over, you weigh the car down on her. That's the end. It goes back to top of round. Yeah, so she's under the car. She's probably not going anywhere. Let's see what you guys do. Okay, yeah, so temporarily insane guy is next.
Great.
He is right next to you, Doctor, and it looks like he's about to try and shoot her again, even with the car right on top of her.
Mm,
Are you going to try and stop him, or are you just going to let him potentially fuck the car up?
I think I should stop this.
Try to reason with him, or you try to physically stop him?
I might grab his arm and kind of like pull him away.
All right, roll me athletics or unarmed combat, whichever's better for you.
Pew. Oh, damn!
Yeah,
we all
we are
suck, don't
rolling
we?
so
We
high.
are. This is
And
so
Panda,
bad.
firearms me.
Oh gosh.
Watch him roll.
This is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one time it succeeds.
No,
Okay.
Yeah,
wait.
hey,
Okay.
hey, you know what? Fair
I'm
enough.
glad you're awful at this.
Yep, and
We
your
are
bag's empty.
rolling so high.
Yep, and you, Doctor, you
opposite of
fail to
like-
stop him. He just shoves you off, and you hear him fire until you hear just click, 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 click.
Great.
It's
Well,
probably a good thing that his
Probably
bag's
for the best at this point.
All right. And let's see. Next would be Kilter. Are you going for the decapitation again?
I mean, yeah, that's
Plus 20
Well-
since she's pinned.
okay.
Ooh. Watch, this is the one.
Plus 20. It's already set. Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. You find that you can't decapitate her. She's too
Aw.
unnaturally tough, but you do reduce her to 1 hit point.
What about that blade that was inside?
Okay, is she
I
like
mean, that's a knife. I mean, it's not going to be any tougher than the.
No.
Oh, I didn't know if it had like special properties.
seal
It was
her
all
away or
weird.
something.
Nah,
Yeah.
there's no like magic weapons really.
Oh,
Magic
okay.
is not that
Well,
overt.
When
in
you
Delta
say
Yeah, that's
Green.
fair.
she's under the car, do you mean like under the tire or just underneath?
She's under a tire right now.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Okay, so she's like incapacitated currently.
At this exact moment, yes.
We should probably get her back
And-
in there and burn her if we can.
And now it is her turn. She comes back alive. She starts writhing beneath the tire. Let me go! Let me go! I can gamble. I can barter. What do you want to know? I am the other. I know many things. Cosmic truths. Mortals are always interested.
Nope. Who's got the gasoline?
We gotta
Yep,
knock
I'm
her
with
out
you,
again
I'm
and
with
throw her
you.
back in there. Yeah.
Valdiva wants nothing to do with this.
But
All right, so you guys are gonna douse her?
Well, probably not
are
under
you
the
are you gonna
car.
talk to her?
No, I would know what.
Probably be your one chance to.
Yeah, I know. He's too overexcited by just trying to decapitate it. The knowledge of information is tempting, but probably not what he's actually thinking about right now.
Not front of mind.
Yeah.
All right.
The
So
survival
about-
instinct has surpassed
Too much
the
adrenaline.
thirst for knowledge.
Yes.
So she's pretty much incapacitated, which means I'm going to end the combat. You guys have dealt with her, essentially, though she is still very much alive.
Delta Green.
Whatever alive is. And let me put this back.
He will start taking out notes and start jotting them down while you're doing whatever. But
All right. So you douse her in gasoline. And as you're doing it, she says, wait, I'm just an old lady. I'm Marlene Bowman. I have 2
No.
children and a grandchild.
you said you were the other.
That didn't work. Nope, none of that.
Fuck you, flesh sack! I hope you rot. I hope Yog Sothoth takes you into his eternal flesh.
Can you
A
spell
lot of
that?
words I don't know. Anyways,
Can you spell that?
She just starts speaking in tongues.
Oh, god damn it. I hate it when they do this.
Everybody roll sand.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
Oh no.
ooh, critical failure, Fergus.
Fergus, you will take 2 sand.
Too sad.
Anybody who failed will take 1, and anybody who succeeded will take 0.
Nice. Detective Valdiva wins again.
You got a good roll.
All right. So you douse her in gasoline. And who lights her? You've stopped being crazy, Jacob.
Can I walk over and just knock her out? Or is that possible?
You could bash her head as long as you wanted. She wouldn't stop moving.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 'cause it'd be good to get her back into the the hole.
You're if you move her out from under this car, you can tell
gonna
she's
bolt.
gonna get you.
Yeah.
The only problem is
It's
lighting
either
them
forest
right like
fire
the
or
car.
death.
Interestingly, she can almost lift the car.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm not surprised necessarily, but yeah, we're gonna have to find another fucking way back, I guess.
Yep. So you light her up, and yeah, it destroys one of the tires on the car. There's really no way around that. This is the era of cell phones. You call your handler.
We have a spare
Do
tire.
you not have a
don't we?
spare tire?
You do not have a spare tire.
What the hell?
I don't know.
It's like an oversight on their part, honestly.
Quite.
Yeah, we should probably call the handler.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and Valvita roll me a luck, because you're pretty far out in the sticks.
Yeah, that's fair. No.
No reception.
Damn.
All right, you guys are walking.
Yeah, we're
The
huffing it.
dirt road was a few miles long.
How much of we need to make sure we collect all of the stuff from inside.
Yeah.
Make sure
I'm sure you guys could pack it up in a backpack
Yeah.
or something.
Well, I mean,
So
will
you
we
pack
need
it
to-
all up.
Will we need to
You
take
burn-
it?
you
We couldn't
burned
just
her
come
out.
back.
Well, I mean, you don't want to leave it here, and also you're on a time crunch.
Oh,
we should
right,
probably throw
right,
her
right.
back in the septic tank, honestly.
Yeah, you'll back the car off her because it can at least do that much. And you'll throw her in the septic tank. whatever's
Relock it.
left.
Lock it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can lock it.
Very happy to do that.
All right, good stuff. You guys start
All right.
walking.
Oh, that was
Well, what
definitely
the fuck?
interesting.
This wasn't in the job description.
By the time you make it to the highway, you've gotten your signal back. Who calls?
Those I would probably be the one making attempts on it since I attempted the first time.
Sure. All right, Valdiva.
Is it bad I keep hearing it as Velveeta?
That's because I've said Valvita.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say because Seth has said that several times.
You really had to reverse the popular brand of pasta. But yeah,
Great
it's
name.
you call and Pikel answers. Pikel,
We've located Bowman's. Well, there were things that were not properly dealt with. I don't really know how to describe most of that. Unfortunately, we lost the tire and we are not able to drive back. We are going to need to pick up.
oh, lost it. You know what? I'll debrief you when you get back. Yeah, I'll send someone out. And he just hangs up.
It's very
Okay.
blunt.
So, like, a couple hours go by and someone arrives for you. It's a very non-talkative black dude in a suit. It's a
Fair
Jeep
enough.
Wrangler, and 3 of you have to squeeze in the back.
I was gonna say there's not a lot of room there.
Nope.
Jacob takes front seat.
Of course.
Yeah, you can. You can take it. You almost tried to shoot the other guy.
Does anyone try to make a conversation with your driver, or you just let him drive you back?
I'm okay with a drive in silence at this point.
I would probably not
Yeah.
say a word.
Most of us are probably still in shock.
All right, he takes you all back. He drops you off at the post office. He says, "Make your own arrangements," and he drives off. It is not yet the meeting time for the post office. He said come back in 48 hours. It's only been about, like, I'm going to say by now, you probably have 16 hours left.
Hmm.
So you guys probably all stay at, like, a motel or something.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
close to Waffle House.
You guys could probably all use a bit of a de-stress. So yeah, you guys all go to Waffle House.
It's funny, I was thinking Waffle House.
Yeah, it's almost like you guys are together. Anyway, you go to Waffle House, and you guys all have a little meal. What do you talk about? You talk about the operation.
Mm-mm.
Obviously, not super loud or anything, but you know.
She was just like, "I've heard some,"
I'm
messed
drinking
up
coffee.
things
I'm eating
happening.
waffles. I am
but
trying to
I
wrap
don't know
my
if
head
I
around
can
things.
eat, honestly. I'll try, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Fergus-
because you crit failed that that sanity save. No, Fergus did.
Yeah, but he only lost 2 because the maximum you could lose on a fail was 1.
I
Oh,
lost
yeah,
more
okay.
by just normal failing.
Very funny.
Yeah,
Alright.
Fergus would also, given his knowledge or obsession with human nature and stuff, still find it extremely fascinating.
It is a very interesting thing to somebody of the arts. But so you all settle down in the motel. Fergus, you find yourself alone with the artifacts that you recovered. Do you take any for yourself?
So there was the glass thing that was magnetized, and then the dagger were the two.
Those are probably the hardest to study. Because, like, the dagger, the iron knife, rather, you know, like it's just a knife with kind of weird markings. And then the sphere is just a sphere that defies physics.
Right.
The files and, like, the dissertations and the reel-to-reel tapes, those could be studied further.
He would probably try to jot down as much as he could from the files in his notebook.
It would take a very long time to study them to any significant degree in one night. You probably wouldn't get anything out of it. You'd have to take them for a home vignette.
Oh, shit.
So you can either disobey your directive, or you can obey it and just not have any research material.
Yeah, he would probably try to take some of it.
All right, so you taken the tapes, the dissertation, or the file. You can only take one because multiple would be noticed.
The dissertation.
All right, you take the dissertation. And I assume you'll be studying that during your home vignette.
Yeah.
All right, the morning comes, and you guys wait till around 1 or 2 p.m. You head to the post office. Same room as before. Heichel's sitting there. He's already gone through about 3 cigarettes.
This guy.
And he welcomes you all in. Hey, we got the SUV back. Guy said there were burn marks on it.
There was a bit of an incident.
Tell me about it.
Something was in the septic tank. Sounded like Bowman knew what it was.
Well,
Oh,
it
yeah?
was his wife, according to it.
Oh,
Yeah, to set it
Marlene?
on fire.
you set Marlene on fire? Marlene's dead.
Yeah, I'm sure Marlene can't, almost lift a car with her body when she was alive either.
Ooh, big story there. Say no more. We compartmentalize here at the group. But, good job. Sounds like you got through it.
All things considered.
All right, turn over the materials. You guys hand him the backpack. Minus 1 dissertation.
Yeah.
And nobody looks inside first. None of you think anybody else here would take anything. All right. He looks inside. Yeah. All this sort of stuff. He was a good agent when he was alive. At least I thought he was. Apparently he did something kind of weird to his wife. The mind boggles. Am I right?
Definitely weird.
Well, good first assignment. Good job, everybody. Y'all can head home. I'll cover your tickets and your fare. Before you go, does anyone want to be reimbursed in cash?
Jacob nods.
He
Wanna be
tosses
opposed?
you a wad.
Might as well.
No. If I can reimburse you electronically, I'd rather. I don't keep that much cash on me.
No, that makes sense.
All right,
As long as
y'all
I'm getting paid.
head to your many homes. All right.
Huh.
Let's see here.
Is there any way I can get back my 3 hit points that I got from getting punched?
You'll get them back before the next operation.
Oh, okay.
Because there's
Oh.
usually months or even years between operations.
Yeah, I assume so.
Probably cracked a few ribs.
Yeah.
It definitely hurt like a bitch. She rolled low on the damage.
Ooh.
Awesome.
All right. Home vignette time. Let's pull up my home vignette stuff. All right. Personal pursuits. Okay. So, I'm not going to tell you mechanically what personal pursuits are. You're going to tell me what you think you do, and then I'll match the personal pursuit that would most, match that. So, Detective Valdiva, what do you think your character would do between operations?
Let's see. Other than kind of keeping to his regular.
Yeah, beyond just like doing your
Mhm.
job.
Let's see. I had some things written down, I think. So he does have an interest in like puzzle solving. That's kind of a a hobby of his, like cryptography, things like that.
Hmm.
Also does have a cat.
So what would you do?
um, I guess he would start if like he's going to be more involved with Delta Green, probably start like learning more different codes so he can keep record of things and also communicate more covertly, I suppose.
Okay. So that could be one of two things. That could either be stay on the case,
Mm-hmm.
which would mean that you'd have to reduce one of your bonds by 1.
Mm-hmm.
You'd gain a bit of sanity, maybe. And you might uncover something to do with the next operation. Or the other thing that could be would be special training, which means you'd reduce a bond by 1 and you'd gain a special training with a skill or a stat. So like a new language
Mhm.
or an art or a science.
Okay. I feel like it would probably. I feel like it would probably fall more into the latter.
Okay. In that case, go ahead and reduce any one of your bonds by 1, which basically
Mhm.
represents you blowing them off
Mm-hmm.
here and there to do this thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and give yourself like a new science or art
Okay.
or language. And it'll start at 30, whatever it is.
So would it be add special training?
Sure, yeah. All right. And any skills that you had checked off, uncheck them and roll a d4 and add that to them. All right. Dr. Varelli, what would you do?
I think, considering everything that went down in this incident, he might be a little more guarded. He might take on a little less clients, just to keep track of his own mental health, and might immerse himself in like medical journals, other case studies, anything that can connect the dots as to what that thing might have been, what he saw.
Oh, you're trying to explain what happened to you.
I need to find some kind of understanding.
You're staying on the case.
Yeah.
All right, reduce a bond by 1 and roll a d6.
Got it. Let me do the d6 first so I don't have to take up more time.
All right, you recover 0 sanity.
Awesome.
And do you have criminology? Well, actually, no, I'll do that. Let's see what you got. All right. You fail to uncover anything pertinent. Your pursuits lead to nothing.
Bummer.
All right. Fergus Roderick McLeod. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, he would have a couple things he'd try to do. Yeah,
Well-
definitely look into that, and then also up his therapy sessions to help deal with it.
Well, you can only do
got the
one.
You've only got the one.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's see here. Okay, so you look through that dissertation. Sky Devils, Archetypal Figures in Native American Mythology by Karen Barr. There's a lot of connections in this that make a lot of sense to you. Too much sense to you. Give yourself +1 to the unnatural skill and roll a d3.
1 to the unnatural skill and then roll a D.
Yep, you never actually get very much in unnatural. It's hard to get unnatural.
Mhm.
You lose 3 sanity.
Hmm. All right.
That is your vignette.
Okay. Do I do the same thing with the check marks?
Yes, if anybody has check marks, You uncheck them and roll a d4 and increase the skill by that much. And Lancet.
All right. I
Oh,
guess.
you hit your breaking point.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you get a permanent disorder.
Hell yeah. Hit it in one roll. That's worrying.
Let's see.
Big.
Ooh, nice. You get to increase whatever that was by 4.
Yay. Get to punch harder.
All right, you now have paranoia.
Nice. No.
In case you needed worse shit.
Yeah. He would train more. He would get because of how bad he messed up, I guess, during that. Like
Yeah, maybe you
again.
think you're rusty.
Yeah, so he wants to make sure that if he encountered anything like that again, he'd be ready. He wouldn't he'd make sure that he wouldn't freeze in the situation again.
All right, so personal improvement. Okay, so you're going to test 2 skills, which I assume are going to be combat focused. So firearms and unarmed.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll both of those. Just roll the skills.
Oh. Nice. Okay. Well, firearms pass. Unarmed.
You actually want to fail.
Oh, that's great. I've yet to get a roll.
So you
I've yet
actually prove to yourself that you're pretty good at this shit. And you do not improve them.
That's awesome.
Mind you, because you didn't improve them, you don't lose any bond time. Or any bonds. So none of your bonds go down. Had you improved them, you would have lost some bond.
How much would they have improved?
It's some dice rolls. It's 3d6.
I feel like that would have been worth
It is better, but sorry, bud, you're too good at those. See, improving skills that you're already really good at is hard.
Yeah.
All
Fair enough.
right. Everyone's vignettes are out of the way.
Let me roll my d4.
And you guys actually did have the best possible outcome for this operation.
Ooh.
Every operation has like levels to its outcome, ranging from complete disaster to as good as it gets.
We did good.
You did good.
I mean, the fact no one died and we were able to, burn the thing.
Yep, no one died, and the thing didn't get away. If it gets away, that's one of the worst outcomes.
That'd be horrible, yeah. Just out there in the
Yep, just that thing out there doing something.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, everybody. Good first operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.